Should I call my
your kid
should
or
I
not?
no, should I call my daughter after she's comfortable in her should I call my daughter? Should I call my daughter? She's upstairs playing or doing something. But we have laundry, so I'm gonna call her and tell her to come fold the clothes, get them out, and do all that good stuff. Or should I be that parent like, oh no, it's okay. Finish doing what you're doing and then come later.
Nah, I say you be an asshole and call her.
I know.
I say you be like, are you comfortable? And
Good.
She says yes.
Then
Be
call
like,
her.
You gotta give it 2 seconds.
I'll tell her
really
get comfortable.
The snuggle
If
in
she
there.
isn't comfortable.
Get comfortable because I'm about to make you're evil. That's dark.
Well,
go ahead.
I mean, kids
we're here
can
for
be.
it.
Kids
I want to
can
see
be.
her walk down the stairs and
Kids
everything.
can be.
Should I pan the camera?
You should definitely pan the camera.
I like how we're a team.
We all parents here, bro. We got little badass. Everybody here got badass teenagers.
I mean, they get good grades, but they're bad.
Yeah, but
They're
when
bad
they leave
kids.
the school grounds, they're fucking devils.
I wouldn't go that far.
Nah, I'm sorry.
But they
They're
can be.
spirits.
Look at we got a kid in
not
the
good.
audience.
No, I don't want the world to know who you are. Are you gonna? Did you punk out?
What?
To call
Oh,
your
I
child?
forgot. I was like,
Punkers.
I didn't want to yell like Jayla.
Go ahead, give it the old. Show people the mom yell when
No,
you want a favor.
No.
it goes loud.
Flare the nostrils.
You're stupid as heck.
Get the rice spoon. You need the rice spoon in your hand, right, to make it legit.
No,
What?
I got this.
All right, go ahead.
No, I'm not gonna yell.
Yeah.
Where's my phone? I'm gonna call her.
Oh, see, you
That's
one of
a-
those parents. That's a millennial.
I'm a millennial.
parent. That's a millennial.
You know, I think
parent.
I like to
Let me
mix it
text
up.
her.
I like the balance. You know.
Ah. Text her, but beat her like I'm still in the 80s. I like it.
You see?
Best of both worlds.
I just type in all caps.
I really emphasize what the fuck I want her to do.
You got to, man.
I say you do it. Stop being a punk.
Wait, no, I don't want to scream loud. That's gonna be super loud. That's embarrassing.
That's fine.
No, I'm not that parent. The parent that's in the
so that
market
parent.
yelling at their kids.
Oh, you
I
don't yell at your
never.
kids in the market?
No, I just pinch them.
See, I'm happy because I got daddy voice or daddy look where I just be like,
Yeah.
and that's the biggest. And their ears, all they hear is me shouting at the top of my lungs. But really, it's just like. That's
Yeah, I
how you
do
can
the
tell
same
if a
thing.
dad's been in a kid's life. If they just got the dad look, then the kid knows.
Yeah. I don't have to yell at my kids in the store.
That's what I'm saying.
I said I pinch them.
I pinched.
I don't pinch them like abusively.
their souls.
I just grab their arm very strongly,
Ah,
you know, and like get over here.
does it leave a mark?
No, I don't.
Then
mark
you're
them.
not doing it hard enough.
Well, they get it because they don't want to get to that point because it's happened. And I was just like, oh, I don't want to leave proof again. No, I'm gonna stop.
I don't want to. Wait a minute.
No, just playing.
So that leads us to our conversation.
No, but seriously though, I don't need to scream like that from the top of my lungs to discipline my kids. I just gotta give them the look too.
What's the look? Show us the look. Hey, I almost went to my room. That shit was legit, bro.
No, I gotta just.
Your ass is. Is it where the teeth don't detach?
Yup. I do the same thing. They already know. My daughter will look at me like I'm crazy though. She don't understand. What is wrong with
You
you?
got retainers in? Man?
When she says what's wrong with me, I just
Does that
want
boil
to
your
jump
blood?
over
Like,
a
what
table.
boils your blood? Like,
That
remember Poppy
when they
would
look
be
like they're confused, like they didn't just do it.
the shrug. Does that hurt you? Like, does that infuriate you?
Take them out all the way.
Remember Poppy used to. All my slaps from Poppy was because I was like, oh.
But you know what's crazy?
fucking
So
tell me
my
you don't know what I'm
son,
talking
my
about.
son doesn't shrug his shoulders, but he does. He stays quiet, and I
is the
need
same.
and I need an explanation. Like, just talk to me. Tell me what's going on. Why are you bothered? Or what did you do? And he won't. He won't say anything to me. He'll just sit there, and I have to like drag the words out of his mouth. It drives me insane.
That is how,
like I don't want to
does he
have
die
to
inside?
guess.
Is he dying inside?
Oh
Does
yeah,
give you
he
the,
gets.
like crumbling.
He
inside?
doesn't know. So when he was younger, like I don't know, 4 or 5, I used to tell him, you better not cry. There's no reason for him to cry on top of getting in trouble. Just speak to me. Tell me. I want him to use his words. You don't need to sit there and throw a tantrum and cry and bawl out. So I tell him, don't cry. Just talk to me. So when he's in trouble, that's what he does. He just sits there looking at me, trying to
Concentrating,
hold
like, I'm gonna
back.
get this out.
Don't cry.
Get it out.
Focus. But at the same time, he's like not telling me what's going on. So there I have to sit there and try to figure out what he did, which I know what he did because I know when my kids are lying or when
That's
they're...
the best, when you can ask for a story and already know the truth.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I
when you
know
can
what's
really
happening,
see
but I
it.
want to hear him say it to me. Like, be truthful. It'll be easier if you just tell me. That way we can move forward from it. And then it's funny because he's like, no, because if I tell you, I'm going to get in trouble anyway. So I don't want to say anything. It's like, no, but it's better for you to tell me. And that way you're being honest. And
Right.
the punishment is not as harsh as you lying or not saying anything.
That's what I always
to
tell
me.
my kids. Lying is worse than anything you can possibly do.
But you know what?
But I always tell that to them.
But
And
you
then
know,
that's how they go.
You know what's funny? Like so how is your parenting with your first child and your second? Like, what are the things that you've learned along the way? Like, what did you, unless it was both equally the same, like parenting, like how you used to
See, it's
discipline
weird
them?
because
Can you get your light off of me?
she's camera shy.
No, I'm not.
I gotta put
No,
yours
but
over there.
no, but seriously, like for me, the reason I'm asking the question.
What was your question?
So for the first kid and the second kid, like how was parenting different? Like there are things that you
As
did
far as what
differently.
though, like discipline?
Everything, like speaking to them. Yeah, it's
Okay.
discipline. As far as discipline,
For discipline was kind of weird because like neither one of my kids really, where I had to yell or like they didn't get in trouble. It's weird to say, but as far as like talking to them when they have issues, like when they're sad, mad, Haley was more like I had to talk to her as if she was a grown up like me.
and that's how it was for Jayla.
It was weird because talking to Haley was like, you know, we got this. We're gonna get through this. You know, I was giving her like life lessons as if she was another adult. Mm-hmm. Aiden, I have to like coddle because anything I say to him, automatically he thinks I'm yelling at him.
Right?
I can
'Cause
say that I can be
he's
there
more-
saying I love you, and he's
more
crumble.
sensitive
yes,
towards
like
it.
he just wants to crumble. So with Aiden, I had to like tread water, sort of, especially when I'm just trying to tell him a simple task. Like he's not in trouble, but my voice and his, I don't know what he hears, but it's automatically he's in trouble. So he like with Alex, they just get quiet and they just break internally. So I had to like tread waters with him a lot more than with Haley.
Okay. So how about the disciplining? Like when you had to discipline them. So did you learn, like, did you do it differently or things that you wish you would have done better with one or even back then when they were both younger?
And that's hard because, like I said, they really didn't, like, I felt like I wasn't there,
Okay.
but I was
Totally was
the whole time.
the whole time. Yeah, he's a great father. No, for real. I was not being sarcastic. You are.
You had a tone.
It did. I'm sorry. No, he's a
The
phenomenal
undertone
dad.
made me a piece of shit.
No,
I don't
he's
know
a
why people
phenomenal
like
dad.
you.
Yeah. So for
It's
me,
weird, yeah.
see,
'cause-
okay, so for me, well, my kids are 5 years apart. So Jayla definitely, she's the oldest.
Right.
With her, she's my first child. I was a lot younger. I feel like I handled the discipline more rough with her. And it was just like, no, don't do that. Because I wanted to, I always said when I have my kid, I'm going to make sure I discipline them. I'm going to make sure they're not running around, jumping on sofas or anything like that. So when she would do something that she wasn't supposed to, I just discipline her. I just yell at her. Like, no, don't do that.
Right.
Not to say she was a troubled child, but, kids are going to be kids when they're
kids,
with
right.
other kids, they're jumping around. And just if you had to say, sit down. Like, did you say, like, yell from the top of your lung? Did you come back and explain it to them?
Okay,
and
see?
here's the thing with
Okay, I
me.
know this, yeah.
So for Jayla, I'd just yell. I'd be like,
Off
sit
top,
down,
that's the
stop.
first thing?
Just yell at her, sit down, don't do that. She'd listen and I wouldn't have to yell again. But I wouldn't go back and explain to her why I was yelling. Why did she have to sit down? Why everybody else was running around? So she's just looking at me like saying I can't play.
Right.
And I never thought about that until now with my second kid, because it's like, you learn after the years. Because I remember Jayla was finally like 7 or 8 years old, and she looked at me and she's like, why are you yelling at me like that? Like, what happened?
Right.
And I had to check myself like, damn, she doesn't even know why she's getting in trouble. So I'm just there yelling at her.
Purpose, all she sees is you yelling.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So for me, my second child going in, I made sure, there on after with her, I would make sure that I would explain things to her why I was yelling at her, the reason behind it. And that's what I'm saying. It's always, obviously, they say there's no handbook in parenting. Like, you never know what's gonna happen.
Right,
You
right.
can plan. You can read all the baby books, all
Especially
the
how
mommy
kids are so
books.
different. From one kid to the next.
Oh,
it's a
definitely.
different ballgame. It's
But
100%
like you,
different.
yeah, and like you said with Haley, JLo was the same way. When she was born, she was so independent. I mean, she was what 3-4 months already trying to hold her bottle. And I know that sounds people are probably like, really 3 months? Come on, but seriously, JLo was a little strong one.
Haley
So
was the reason why we thought we can have 17
I
kids.
remember that.
'Cause she came
Chrissy
out potty
was
trained.
down.
She came
Chrissy's
out potty
like-
trained, cleaning windows. Like, she was the perfect child.
Yeah, JLo was
growing
the
up.
same. JLo was the same way. She didn't care about playing with toys that much or like playing with a whole bunch of kids. She'd be by herself, not reading a book, but like looking at the books.
And this is when Alex wasn't born yet, right?
No, my son wasn't born yet. And
yeah,
Jayla,
they were the only child. It was
my
a lot
son would,
easier.
if I would get up from the sofa, my son would follow me. With Jayla, she would just sit. She didn't need to be following me around. She did her own thing, played with her doll, and that was it.
Yeah. See?
So it was totally different. But yeah, the whole disciplining thing is just, you just never.
Boys are definitely different, and it's weird because you would think with them you'd be more like tough and more hard and more don't do this, do that, and it was the opposite.
Yeah.
It was like I had to be more delicate with.
But
her.
yeah, so I just with Jayla, it was different with her. She was to herself, but like my son, he he was sensitive as far as yelling at him and stuff, but he was bad. Not like he was a travieso. Like he was,
no, yeah, he was.
he fell down the stairs. I'll never forget.
Didn't he get electrocuted?
He got electrocuted. He fell down the stairs. He choked on ice. I remember calling Papi, and Papi's like, "Watch your kid." Why? That's what he said. He's like, "You
How did
sound
Papi
like
know?
you're not." Because Papi called me one time, and I was telling him like, "Man, Papi, this boy, he's like, he's
said,
a
"Watch-
lot."
watch
And he's like, "Well, watch your kid." And it wasn't that I wasn't watching my kid. It was just like, I didn't know. That was the thing with Jayla. I didn't have to be
Right.
on
She
her
was a little adult
24/7.
already.
Right. I didn't have to be on her 24/7. She knew, well, I'm not going to go play with the electricity. Or she knew, okay, I'm not going to sit there and jump and try to make it to the third step. My son was a daredevil out the womb. Like, he was
That's
ready
gotta
for
be just
it.
the boy, or no, because Aiden didn't really do none of that.
No, my son was jumping and climbing stuff. He jumped out of the his crib when he was 6 months.
On purpose, just fuck
He
it.
tried to get out, and our family is a little top heavy. we got some.
He got some. From the eyebrow up is real questionable. It's just
So he didn't know better, but now he knows. He should have went with the leg first.
should have went leg first.
But that was scary to us because that was like, okay, yeah, we have to lower the mattress in his crib for sure,
You're on the
quick.
bottom bunk for sure.
We can't.
So
and
you
it's
had
just-
to. Did you ever childproof the house?
I didn't.
I've never done that.
And you know what's funny?
And you had
was-
steps.
Yeah. Well, I had like I don't know. I put like little stuff, maybe like a chair for him not to go that way. But he kind of knew after like the first don't do
First
that.
couple falls.
The first couple falls. No, but he knew not to go certain places.
Birthdays?
Yeah, kids' birthdays. The
Do you
first
remember all
kid.
your kids' birthdays? Quick, go. Which
Yes,
one? Where's
the
it?
first
What-
one, my son was
You're a mom.
Cars.
You don't count. Moms have like this superpower of remembering everything.
As far as with the kids, yeah, because we had to plan for it. We had to go buy it. We had to decorate. Not to say fathers didn't pitch in because they
We
were like, here's the
suck.
money. Go do what you got to do.
No.
Have
Flowers-
fun.
Flowers. Fathers, when it comes to like knowing dates, knowing if they're
Well,
allergic to.
not all fathers. Most fathers.
I'm going to go with all fathers
You're going to piss
that
some
are in a
people
healthy
off.
relationship with their wife. Okay? They do not know how much their kid weighs from the last time they went to the doctor. I guarantee you nobody knows. And if they do, they're lying. They read it and they're like, oh, that's how much he
They've
weighs.
seen it from the. No,
It's
but
impossible.
but that's what I'm saying. Well, the first birthday party for Jayla, where was it at actually?
Dad.
No, well, in all fairness, my daughter's about to be 16, so this
16?
couple
Holy
years.
shit.
Yes, so it's a couple years already in.
Were you born with her?
Remember, I'm 37.
That's
But
right.
yeah, I got pregnant when I was 21.
That's reasonable.
I had her when I was 22. Yeah, I think it's good. Yeah, just have fun. Get ready.
Mathematically,
Get
yeah.
ready for it. So her first birthday was, I do remember. I was not used to being a mom at that time because I did not greet the guests that came. I don't even think I chose. I went to like the back room to have a couple drinks with the people, and when Jayla was taking a nap, and I was not even serving
like,
people
fuck,
food.
these kids are
No,
fucking
I'm
just-
just saying like I wasn't hosting the party. Like I didn't really know how to host the party. I threw the party. His mom was helping. She helped with the food, I believe, and mommy and her were the one hosting everybody, and I was just I was with Jayla, and then Jayla fell asleep, and then I went off to have a couple mommy drinks with everybody, and I was like not entertained. Like I felt bad because then I remember a couple people were like, oh, okay, we're gonna get ready to go. Like I don't even think I sang happy birthday or opened the gifts in front of everybody.
We were not there.
We did it at the end.
100%.
That's what I'm saying. It's different with each kid because you learn as you go. Like for my son's birthday, for his first birthday.
What did you gather from that first one?
Not
what did
to,
you learn?
Not to.
Not to drink until motherfuckers leave.
Right. We sang happy birthday, but I didn't open gifts. Like people were calling me the next day. Hey, so did you like her gift? Like, and now thinking about it cringes my soul because a lot of people ended up showing up. And I didn't, you sing happy birthday, you want to open. If I go to a party, I want to see you open my gift and, because that's what you do. I didn't open no gifts. I wasn't in, like,
don't be so hard
I
on
wasn't
yourself.
saying.
Calm down. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. You're young.
No,
you're dumb.
hate
You're a
it.
shitty host. It's all right.
Man, I was so, but you know what?
You'll
I made
never
up
do it
for
again,
it.
right? It's
I
something you
made
learned
up,
for.
yes, because I made up for it on her second. Too, Jayla was
next
small.
year? You came back strong
the
the
thing,
next year?
because you know what? Jayla didn't even care for the party.
No, 'cause
like
she was
she was walking around and she was just like, "Can I go to sleep
Kids
now?"
don't give a shit
She didn't
about
care for
parties.
her. She had the most
really
cutest dress though. Her dress, DTB, it was Jaylene's. It was like a white top with a white skirt. Oh, she looked at her hair and pits. Oh, I love her. I miss her so small. She used to hug me back then. She don't hug me no more because they grow out of it.
Now you're not cool enough.
But her second birthday, I made sure to host it. We did it in the basement when we were living in the basement. You remember? That was the last time. Anyways, so then my son's birthday, for his birthday, I did it big, and I remember we did the Cars theme. I
was there for that.
We had games for the. We didn't even have games for Jayla's party. I don't even think like there was a lot of little kids there.
Man, maybe I should have went. That shit was a drag. You guys needed me. Y'all needed me.
Fat Boy's birthday, we had the whole shebang. We had peanut tail and donkey. We had hot potato. Yup. He had gifts. We opened the gifts. We sang. I made up for it. And then
the tail on the donkey.
Yeah.
I just remember that game.
So that's the thing. Like you just the first kids, you're like, okay. Well, usually it's the other way around.
She said you were a better parent the second time around.
Yes.
Usually it is the first.
No,
and
but
the second one's
the first one people do it all.
Oh, ours is opposite.
Yeah, Haley got everything. No, that was not the opposite. Oh, opposite
Yeah,
from her?
she asked.
Yeah, for sure.
Haley did get.
Haley
She
got
had.
everything.
You guys rented a whole hall for her first birthday.
We bought her like swings and shit she never used.
Poor Aiden.
Toy.
We've got
Aiden
him a
was like,
cake
bro,
and a fan.
He loved that fan, by the way.
I know it's up there running hard.
He be going to bed like.
Man. Nah, but it's always like that. I wonder how it is to have that third kid. Like what?
No, you think you'd be
What
more
do they
like,
get? Right.
No, I think they get cherished more because you see the two little fucks running around. So you're like, you're not gonna be like them, right? With like hair missing. You're gonna
It's
be
like,
better.
how does it-
I think
how
you love
is
that
it?
one as if it was the first all over again.
You think that's what it is?
Depending how old, like in your case.
I feel like you
'cause
want a
your
third
case-
kid.
No, I definitely don't. My kids are still kind of little. You actually have like a whole grown up.
That's why
So
even
for you,
my
it would be
son,
different. Your third child would be exactly what I'm talking about. Where you could
I
actually
already
love
know,
it.
because that's why. Then that's what I was trying to say. Because when when they were much smaller, I'm like, no, I tap out. I got a boy and a girl. Blessed. They're both healthy. Blessed. They're both smart and they're beautiful children. I'm blessed. I'm good. I tap out. And then now, okay, my daughter's gonna be 16. She can care less about anything. I mean,
She's 16. That's all you have to say.
You know what? You know how she shows her love for me? She's like, no, you're my mom. No one's gonna mess with you. So I'm like, oh, okay.
See, that's her love
she got my back.
You just have to
Whatever.
understand her love language. That's all.
But she won't. She doesn't hug me. It's hard. I will say we are.
You're not even a hugger.
Yes, I am.
You are not a hugger.
I hug.
Who?
I hug you.
I started that.
But I mean,
Nobody in our families are huggers. None of them.
I am a hugger.
I'm the only hugger.
I
in the
give
fam-
great
and
hugs,
I'm a
by the
Libra,
way.
so it definitely matches with the stars for all my horoscope people. Libras are more sensitive, and that is why I'm.
Oh, I know that already.
Yeah. What is that? Wait a minute.
You ain't gotta tell us twice.
Yeah. See, so you definitely don't hug.
But I
You
do.
text back emojis. That's it. That's where your love stops.
No, I do. I do hug.
You do not hug.
I hug now.
Now you're an awesome hugger.
No, but I just.
Tell
I
me
never
didn't
found the
instill
right
that in
person
you.
to hug. Well, you know, back then
I
we
instilled that into.
Okay,
every-
well.
I even got like angel hugging.
Well, Jayla
Me
doesn't
anyway.
hug. Jayla don't like nobody even touching her. She's like, stop.
She hugs me.
That's enough. Yeah, cause
I'm just
you're
huggable.
the
I'm me.
Well, yeah, and then my son, you know, he used to be so cariñoso with me too, but he's growing up to be a little
Piece of shit too.
man. I think
that's just
Jayla's rubbing
the
off on
transition.
him. No, cause he be like, Mom, I don't know if I'll say anything. I'll be like, you look tired, or he'd be like, he'll throw it
look
right
tired?
back.
He come
No,
for
if
you?
I tell him you look tired, he'd be like, you look tired. You know, like he's just not. I'm like,
just
Boo
look
Boo,
like-
you hurt me. He'll once that he sees, I'm like, Boo Boo, that was me. He's like, I'm sorry, come here.
Come here.
You know, like
That's you.
it's just like you know, it's like it's alright, calm down. Like I just miss having my babies. I miss them coming to me and spending time with me. Though, you know, I think it's with age, you get older and you just want your children
wanna be
around
loved.
you. Yeah, I want my children around me. I want them to, hey, I have to bribe them to watch movies with me. I'd be like, or when I'm about to leave, I'm like, I'm leaving. Bye, Mom. I'm like, y'all not gonna hug me and kiss me? What if this is the last time I come back?
Oh, you go dark.
I know. I don't
What
mean
if I
to.
die?
Yeah, and I know you shouldn't put that in the atmosphere. You shouldn't throw that out there. But it's just like, man, come hug me. Damn it.
Love me. Anything could happen.
Right. And they're just like, so I miss that. Now it's like, I wouldn't mind having a little, you know, a
A
little,
little one that can't talk and love me whenever I ask.
Yes. But then I also remember that they grew up to be that.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah, I can't do it. I'm just gonna stay. If they don't love me, I love myself.
you're buy a dog.
I buy a dog. Every sane person buys an animal. That's what you
know.
need. You need to support
It's
an animal
crazy. Like
that doesn't need support.
Do you notice like everyone has dogs nowadays?
Because her dog is fucked up mentally. What was that?
You go too far.
That was me.
That was me. Listen, my dog does not have issues.
Shit. You would
Okay.
think it was brought up by the Manson family.
Some people want a lot of kids, and some people have oopsies. Some people ended up with a lot
I
of
don't
kids
think
on accident.
Anybody wants a lot of kids.
No, there are people that plan it.
No.
Yeah, like those families
how
with
much?
12 kids.
There's no way you plan for 12 kids.
Yeah, some people do.
Nobody.
Some people
does.
want like
Nobody says I want 12 kids. Definitely accidents. Maybe 3 or 4. Fine. 12?
That's a lot. Some people keep trying. Like if they have all boys and they're trying for that girl, they'll keep trying. Or vice versa. If they have a lot of girls, they'll
That's
keep
a
trying for the
shitty
boy.
game to play.
I will just tap out. I know when to just let go. Some people don't. It's like at what age is it good to start saving for your kids? Because some do it right away. Some people have like they have their cards. They start their credit.
Right.
So that's where I
That's
would be.
another thing. Do you even start a trust fund now? Because is school gonna even be around in 20 years?
Well, that's the thing. A lot of people are not going to college because people are not even using the degrees.
So why? There'll be millionaires just
And,
being at home.
and back then, that was it. To not go to college, it was against the rules. Like
You were a
that was
shitty person in the
expected of
family.
you out of the womb. My kid's gonna go to college, but that's not.
I don't
something
even
they
think
talk
schools
about
are gonna
anymore.
even be around. Not the way we see schools, where it's high school,
After
college.
the whole COVID, when kids started doing their online schooling and people started seeing how that made sense,
It's just
people were hooked. The only thing is, I don't want to be
pointless.
going to school.
Yeah.
My daughter literally says it. She goes, I don't learn anything. I go to school for a grade.
Literally.
That's what she tells me. And you know what? If you really think about that, it's sad to me because half of the stuff my kids learn has been through online. They taught it themselves on YouTube.
Oh yeah, the University of YouTube teaches way
My
more than
son
any
would
school
sit there
can.
and teach me about the universes and about the planets and stuff. And yeah, you learn that in school, but they're not really, especially when you have a big old classroom with 30, 40 kids in there. You're not
you know what
really
hit
learning.
hard? You know what hit hard? I seen this illustration one time where it's like a monkey, a bird, and a fish, and it's like you test everybody on how much they can swim, and they show the fishes don't know what an A over his head. Yet they're all smart, but you're teaching them under one curriculum.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do you expect
exactly
in a room of 50
and it's
kids?
not why you think so many people do better
That shit
in
was deep.
in like community colleges or not even community not homeschooling. I was to say like
Private schools?
alternative school. Like they fail throughout school, right? Throughout
What's alternative school again?
when you can't graduate, when you keep failing and failing, but they put you in a smaller classroom so they can be more one-on-one with you, and then you pass because it's one-on-one. They're taking more time with you and you're getting it. But when you're trying to teach everybody at the same pace and it's everything mostly is textbooks. Unless you get a teacher that is really committed, which is hard to come by. Not to discredit teachers.
That's another thing, though.
Because I give it to teachers because it's hard just dealing with my own kid, but then you're dealing with a classroom. I feel like classrooms shouldn't have like 30 kids in there.
It's a losing battle for the teachers, especially when you have 30 kids, because not everybody learns the same. Not everybody cares about the same things.
And not everybody have good parents.
That's huge.
Parents drop their kids.
That's
not all of them,
huge.
obviously, but I'm saying
huge.
there's a big
structured
percentage.
household is huge for the learning curve of a child.
Right. If you just sit there and say, "Here, go to school. I did my part as a parent." A lot of people think that way. And you know what? Maybe that like there'll be a couple out of that group that will actually make it because they're like, but the majority is. They're not. They're sitting there in this classroom and there's, Johnny's jumping off the table and Susie's like.
Those are such storybook names. I love it. Johnny and Susie was in every book I read as a child. Over there
kissing on a boy. It's like, then you got the teacher just losing herself. And what they do, here, turn to chapter 5. And I don't want to hear you for the rest of the day.
Yeah, it's just memorizing. Yeah. All they teach you is how to memorize shit that you're never going to use in life.
Have you seen how they do math these days?
Oh, it boggles my. I can't do it.
Why are they putting it in a triangle and adding the?
I've always been wrong with math, especially when they threw a letter in there. I was like, I thought this was all about numbers. Who the fuck invited this X?
It's stupid, man. I know JLo was teaching me. Man, we gotta get her down here. She was telling me these words, and I thought she was teaching me something about it's. I don't even know. I've never heard of these words before, and I thought in math, and I thought she was like, I can't even describe it. That's how much I didn't understand this.
Yeah,
okay,
it's weird.
And people be like, "Cause you're slow as hell." Like, no, math today.
There's a reason why there's a whole TV show saying, "Are you smarter than a 5th grader?"
It's dumb to me though. Like, just add the numbers. That's it. All I need to know is how much
money did I have when I started, and how much money do I have when I go home. That's all you need to know.
That's all. I just need to subtract. Multiply.
You gotta balance your portfolio.
That's it for episode 4. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the next one. We're gonna get scary with the booze because we got stories to talk about.
We've been haunted. We've been going through. Taken over by ghosts.
We've been going through some crazy stuff, and we got a lot to talk about. So please, guys, stay tuned for that. Until the next one.
Like, comment, and subscribe at the bottom.
Comment, and subscribe. We love you guys.